do you think it's true when people say, "Oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix"?
Oh, I agree.
Mm.
That don't matter. We get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone with inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was being by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to allude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-out foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, you almost I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just like know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? Like, what happens? Can you tell us what you think?
It's a RICO. And all those freak off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting no part in it. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala are going to have a problem with that.
Imagine this: Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with hip-hop royalty, flashy parties, and luxury living, now finds himself in the courtroom spotlight, but not for the reasons he ever imagined.
Like, it's not about to be pretty by any means. They should all leave the country now. Go move in. Russell, start a hippie commune. Get everybody buckwheat grass shots. And preach to them about the joys of love of the innocent kind, you weirdo.
Right. How you feel about Ray J calling you out? How do you feel about that?
I don't. What I got to feel about Rayford? Rayford is greenlit. Nicki Minaj done called him out on the down low. And there are people that are ready to confirm it. Oops. Rayford better go on ahead. Just go. I told him to become a star. I told he could score his own films with his own music. Yep, him in Orlando. Yeah. That would make an awesome, like, for them to be the Amos and Andy, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what they're doing these days, ain't it? Giving head to microphones and asking grown men to be condoms. The shit that people will do to go viral, man. I'm so glad all I got to do is tell the truth. Marco Polo, huh? I wish I would sit there and let a grown man tell me, am I going to be his condom? I will roll up my sleeves and bust down on his face. You did that? You let that man call you a condom for views? What you got with 25, 30 racks? It can't be all the way green. That video, it can't be better than yellow. It can't be. But you got 25 racks after you sat there and had that one. You got one man giving head to the microphone, and you got another man asking you to roll down on his eggplant parmesan. You did all of that for 25K, boy. You better than me. Did y'all see that foolishness?
Since his arrest on charges, the details of Diddy's lifestyle and alleged secret activities have left the world both shocked and intrigued. What began as an FBI raid on his properties has now spiraled into a real-life thriller, with twists and revelations that could make anyone's jaw drop.
Discussing about all the heads that of different companies that had to step down. You know, whenever I think of P. Diddy, I think of just a rap mogul, but you don't really look at him as having all these connections with all these different facets of, as far as out of entertainment, like, is hip hop music really that ingrained in so many different levels of life to where you have a person like P. Diddy associating with a head of Nike or just, like, I'm just saying, for an example, like a nigga like Moneybagg Yo, I wouldn't imagine if he get taken down like somewhere in IBM. There's the head of IBM is stepping down, right. Or the head of Calvin Klein is, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how ingrained is hip hop into other fields of industry?
Right, so hip hop culture is the biggest culture in the world, first and foremost. But there are tiers to hip hop. Now, Diddy was able to work his way up into the private sector where you're rubbing shoulders with other CEOs, other business owners, other heads of media. So the situation is, you're not gonna see Moneybagg Yo at a political fundraiser. You'll see Diddy there. See what I'm saying? So I've been to fundraising events, you know, they might have some artwork for sale. The opening bid for some of the artists gonna be $1 million. So you go, Moneybagg Yo, probably getting 40, 50,000 a show. He's signed to somebody, so he's not gonna get his streaming revenue. He's not gonna really own his masters. So that's why you see him signing other artists. Like, most rappers are just simply financially not on the level to be able to impact that community of people.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what that's.
And no disrespect to Moneybagg Yo,
salute Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, he's an awesome artist. But speaking to that, the murder of Young Dolph.
Yep.
And we just watched his killers get their time. But they also implicated CMG, which implicates Yo Gotti. And we know Yo Gotti is a multimillionaire, owns what all the things that he owns, and would we say he's in the upper echelon?
When federal agents stormed Diddy's Miami and Los Angeles homes, they were unprepared for the kinds of items they would uncover. From countless bottles of substances linked to his notorious lifestyle to evidence that filled a 14-page indictment, what they found painted a disturbing picture. The luxurious homes sprawling in size and designed with opulence at every turn became the backdrop for stories now coming to light, and they're nothing short of a wild ride.
Come on, boy.
Nah, he just perverted.
Y'all trying to get me in it? Yeah, okay, we good. You can talk about that. I can talk about that, bro, because I got an opinion on that too. Like,
okay, well, yeah. What's your opinion on?
I mean, like, bro, he fucked up. He did a lot of bad shit. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of bad shit, but I guarantee you.
Everybody keeps saying bad shit, but they only talking about freaky shit. Are we talking about freaky shit or we talking about criminal shit? That's what I'm confused
Criminal
about.
And freaky shit.
Oh, he did some criminal shit. Okay, I ain't heard nothing about the criminal shit.
I done heard all type of shit, man. But it'll be allegations, like, you gonna hear, you know, about shit, but...
Is Diddy just that gangster to where niggas wasn't even trying to fuck? Cause, bro, if you look at the history, we talking about a nigga that's accused of killing Pac, accused of killing Biggie, accused of shooting the club up that Shine was in. That nigga done got away with a lot of wild shit, bro. If we talking about,
he shot that lady in the face.
Yeah, he shot the lady in the face, bro, and didn't do no time. Like
she said she. It's a nigga out there that's done did the same exact shit that Diddy did, and he's still doing it though.
But he ain't popular like Diddy?
That's just Diddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, look. Why? Tell me why all the people who really got some money is saying like, man, look, for real, like, a lot of the people out here with some money doing the same shit, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that nigga was next level though. He was next level.
But for real, think about it though. Why you think they like, I'm gonna let y'all have it, but like, yeah.
But you know what?
Can't even really speak on it, but it's they doing the same shit over there, but y'all so focused over here, they going crazy over here. Y'all don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, man, come on, bro.
I'm gonna bring
it's the truth,
bro. They talking about it's some minors involved, bro.
It is.
That's where it gets fucked up.
Of course.
That's where it gets fucked up.
Bro, that's not even where it get fucked. It's been fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not where it get fucked up. You don't even know how far it really went.
Well, really don't
you know what I'm saying?
So let me hear you. When you start seeing, right, we starting to see bodyguards. We got Jaguar Wright speaking on shit. When you hear these stories about just the industry as a whole, you know, do you believe any of this shit? Do you feel like some of it's cap? Do you feel like some of it's real?
I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan, so that shit don't really mean nothing to me. Like, I believe it's whatever the internet says it is. I ain't never talked to them niggas. Like, I'm real life around celebrities, so it's like all that news and the fake. And like, bro, I go.
These infamous sessions have allegedly been a part of Diddy's private life for years. The gatherings weren't just intimate, they were carefully orchestrated events, with live performances by paid workers. According to the indictment, Diddy didn't just arrange these encounters, but also directed and recorded them, often sharing the space with numerous commercial workers he had flown in from different states and sometimes even internationally.
They gotta talk to me.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm not that type of crowd. Like, that's not my crowd. I'm not a consumer, nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't consume.
Right.
I'm not just a scroll. I'm not on Instagram just straight scroll. Like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
So when you think about the NFL, Jay-Z, and then like the NFL is supposed to be run with working with the young black youth, what's your take on that? Do you think that there could be more done as being influential in that area? And then talk to me about what you think about Lil Wayne.
What you mean by the NFL and Jay-Z?
Well, so that initiative came after all the police shootings and stuff like that. He stepped in, and then you had to kneel and stuff like that. So you're a young black man that grew up. Probably you got people grew up in the project. You're a young black man that kind of grew up maybe a little bit better, but probably going through the same situations of being a young black man.
If I'm not going through it, I'm seeing it. You know, like.
So speak on that.
Family, I'm seeing it, but like. I don't know if it's a foundation that's going on with the NFL. Like, bro, there could always be something more done, bro. That's the NFL, bro. They choose to spend money on what they choose to spend money on. Like, there could always be something more done, you know? It's just what they want to do. Like, my opinion is, like, man, move crazy about that shit. But I'm a young black man, like you said. Like,
the activities were reportedly intense, often lasting for days, with participants given controlled substances to maintain compliance and obedience. For Diddy, these events weren't just about indulgence, they were about total control. This control seemed to extend not only to his professional life, but also to these alleged secret gatherings, where power dynamics were manipulated behind closed doors.
He exists in these spaces.
Let's Google Yo Gotti's net worth.
You got it? Oh, yeah, I'm pulling. Okay, they got it listed as 100 million.
Yeah, so if your net worth is 100 million, you probably have 50 million liquid capital. So let's put some in perspective.
Right.
Elon Musk is donating $45 million a month to Donald Trump's campaign.
That's wild business.
So in 2 months, he's donated Yo Gotti's net worth to Donald Trump's campaign. So that should give you some perspective.
Right. For sure.
Yeah. I haven't really met many rappers with money. Like most rappers that I meet are living middle class. So like, if you see them with the 200,000 stack, that's all they got.
Yeah.
For sure, that's all they got.
Why do we? Because this particular platform was built off of the love of hip hop and music.
For sure.
But it's hard to run a business off hip hop and music.
Yeah.
So why is it that rappers are so broke?
First and foremost, you gotta really think about it. Remember that song by Birdman? What did he say? I got everything in my mama name.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's just poor money morals right there.
Right.
And then most of us come from a street element. So, you can't just go down to the bank and buy $1 million house without getting indicted. So like, the rap game is entertainment. But I remember when the gangsters would take their homie who not a killer, but he can rap. This our rapper, we pushing behind him.
Right.
Now they want you to be a killer, a robber, a drug dealer, and a rapper. It's a flux in the game, you feel me? So like, like the jewelry y'all got on right now is way better than most rappers that I see. You feel me?
Shout out KD. Shout out KD, Gym City.
Setting on that right there.
One of the most bizarre elements of this case involves rumors about tunnels beneath Diddy's Los Angeles mansion. As the indictment became public, social media exploded with speculation, and one theory in particular captivated everyone's attention. Did Diddy have an underground tunnel connecting his mansion to the Playboy Mansion? The idea of two iconic homes linked by a hidden passageway connecting Diddy's world with the legacy of Hugh Hefner's infamous estate would be a scandal of unimaginable proportions.
He had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce, but he pretty much won the lawsuit. But it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. You can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. He's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you don't want to say
okay.
his name on it.
So that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna
But here's the twist. The infamous rumor was quickly debunked by a Reuters fact check. which revealed it as just another piece of internet fantasy. There was no secret tunnel linking Diddy to the Playboy Mansion. However, that hasn't stopped the internet from running wild with ideas about hidden passages and underground escapes, fueling further speculation and intrigue around the case.